have to have a reasonable discussion about population policy. Because if you were to look, I'm from the great city of Melbourne, and sadly it is not as great as it could be. After today's state budget, it's the highest taxing state in Australia. It's got the highest amount of debt in Australia. In fact, the debt of New South Wales, Queensland and Tasmania combined don't add to the debt of Victoria. And I remember for years Melburnians would brag about topping the livability index. We were number 1 from 2011 to 2017. We are now ranked number 10. Now, one of the challenges in livability and quality of life is managing infrastructure in proportion to your population growth. It's not easy. And when you look at the global livability index, cities like Vienna, Copenhagen, Zurich, Vancouver, Geneva, Frankfurt, all bar one have less than 5 million people. Because what we know is that when a city goes over 5 million people, the infrastructure challenges get extremely hard. No matter which party you come from, they're hard, it's difficult. You need to build more roads, more bridges, more public transport, more hospitals, more schools, and you need to reserve more green space. It's difficult, but it requires a government, state and federal, who will do the hard work and not just tax you more. So when we ask these questions, I think of families in my electorate from mostly migrant backgrounds. 70% are first- or second-generation migrants. And right now, when they're struggling to find a space at the Doncaster Park and Ride, they are entitled to ask if government has this under control. Right now, when people in Melbourne are stuck at the end of the Eastern Freeway, which ends at Alexandra Parade, they are entitled to ask if government has this under control. In the Five Ways intersection in Warrandyte, many families risk their lives as they move into that intersection. It desperately needs funding. They're entitled to ask if government has infrastructure and population under control. Same with the North East Link and Templestowe Road in my electorate, or when many people and students and families seek to get a seat on a train at Box Hill train station. They're entitled to ask if government has this under control, because when we think about it, when we talk about this, they're not just things that we build in our electorate. It's about the most precious thing we have, which is time. We are giving up time when we are stuck in traffic, time that we can otherwise spend with our family, coaching a sporting team, teaching our kids, being with friends, having a better life. That's what we're talking about. And it's not easy when you get to be a city like Melbourne is at 5 million, and Melbourne is projected to be the largest city in Australia. So, Deputy Speaker, I'm extremely proud of our migrant background. I myself am one.